Procrastination, they say, steals time. Anything you plan to achieve in 2022, make sure you delete procrastination from the list. And on that note, we say welcome to Good Morning Abuja on the Unity Station, NTA Channel 5 Abuja. I am Gladys Kudambo. Today on the program, we have so many things lined up for your viewing pleasure. Welcome back from that break. If you just joined us, this is Good Morning Abuja on the Unity Station, NTA Channel 5 Abuja. Moving on the program, with me in the studio, I have someone that would motivate your 2022. He's going to be telling us about goal settings for the year 2022. His name is Onoha David. I don't want to bite my tongue with the other one. So you will tell me that one. I think it's Udochukwu. You know, sometimes the pronunciation, I might say Udochukwu and they will say
it's correct.
I got it.
That's correctly.
Clap for myself. Okay, so welcome.
Thank you.
Happy New Year.
Thank you.
We saw that in 2021. This is now 2022. So you know, some people actually before now they would say maybe you want to achieve some things or you're having problem with some things, go and see a GNC. Okay. That's a guidance and counsel. But now you hear we have life coaches, we have this one. What's the how will I put it now? What's the relationship and why the deviation? Let me put it that way.
Okay.
I think I don't want to believe maybe GNC is limited, and then we have life coaches encompasses every other thing.
Okay, thank you for your question. GNC is not limited.
Okay.
There are dynamics in career. For example, GNC is more holistic,
Okay.
but life coach is specific. If you need to get some piece of advice, you go to a guidance counselor. But you want to achieve a specific goal, probably in your career, in your relationship,
Okay.
you are looking for a life coach. And the beautiful thing about it is that most life coaches are guidance counselors.
Oh, okay. So I see how it works. It's actually it's just how will I put it now? Another department, like
yes,
an
like
expansion,
trying to professionalize on a particular area of human endeavor.
Oh, okay.
For example, if you are maybe in a relationship, you have to look for a life coach who specializes in relationships and marriage and all that. If, for example, I'm doing my PhD program, my supervisor is my life coach.
Okay.
He's going to guide me through the whole research process until I finish my research.
Okay. So it's like your guidance. Okay, so looking at the year 2021, how everything started. Like when you start a year, you would want to say, okay, I'll do this, I'll do that. Okay, the year ended, and then I wasn't able to achieve maybe some of those things I set out to do. Is there like something that would say, okay, this is the way I should go to be able to achieve before the end of the year?
Yes. Every year people make decisions which they call New Year resolution. Most people it's just a wish. Okay. But to achieve whatever you want, you must have to set a goal for yourself. And goal setting is a mental and physical process of developing action plans. It's not just making a wish or saying I want this, I want that. There must be action. You must sit down. If I'm going to be a little bit religious, if you read the book of Habakkuk 2 verse 2, he said, make your vision plain, write it upon tables. What it's actually telling you is set your goal. Every year, for you to achieve whatever you want to achieve in a year, probably you couldn't achieve something the previous year, and this is new year, you want to achieve it. You have to first of all set a goal for yourself. And in goal setting, you have to be specific about your goal. Don't just say I want to have better grades. No, you have to make it specific. I want to make A's. If you're a student preparing for work, I want to make A's. You understand? Now going by some
why would you say A is like B is also a good grade?
Yes,
so
yes.
Is it like if you say B, you will not you won't achieve, or you mean if you say A and then you fall at B, you're still
you're still there? But that's why some researchers will say if you aim for the sun and you don't get there, just find yourself in the star. You understand? You've aimed for A, you couldn't make your A, you find yourself in a B. That's still okay. But the most important thing here is setting goals. You have to write your goals down. You have to make your goals specific. You have to try as much as possible to analyze your goals in such a way that you can achieve them. It's not just making wishes and saying, okay, I will do this by 2022, I will do that. You have to sit down, set your goals. And going by a model which is widely accepted, you call it SMART. It's just an acronym by saying your goals must be specific. That's the S. That's the S. The M, it must be measurable. Then the A, it must be achievable. You understand? Then the R, it must be realistic. Realistic. As a teacher, I ask students, what do you want to achieve there? Someone's telling me, I want to buy my mom a car. I'm like, yes, the SS1. Yes, that is a goal. And let me tell you something about setting goals. For children who are growing up, whatever they tell is their imagination. Imagination is a preview of the life they want to live. So I don't shut them down. You just have to tell them when the time comes. And that's the last T in the SMART, which is time. Your goal must be time bound. From January to February, I must have achieved this. From February to probably July, you set your goals in such a way that you can achieve them.
So are there things we should look out for that can actually stop us from achieving whatever we set out to achieve?
Yes, there are so many things. But I'm just going to point out 5 things that we must avoid in this new year so that we can achieve our goals. Number 1 is procrastination. You know, procrastination, they say, is a thief of time. A lot of I'm speaking like a teacher now. I'm making reference to students. A lot of them say, I will do, okay, you do it, I will do it tomorrow. No, whatever is worth doing is worth doing now. So they have to understand the urgency of the now. Procrastination has limited a lot of people from achieving what they want to achieve. Number 2 is laziness. Laziness is something that every student every person, irrespective of your status, your class, you must avoid. And the 3rd thing is our attitude. Attitude is very important. You know, somebody will see a circumstance and start complaining, while somebody will see a circumstance sees that's an opportunity to grow. So it depends on your mindset, your attitude. And the 4th thing we have to try as much as possible to avoid in this new year is making excuses. Yes, every beggar you see on the street, in quotes, is a man full of excuses. I've seen people crippled and they are doing something worthwhile. And I've seen people crippled and they are begging. What is different? Their mentality, how they see their situation. So I do tell my students that there are 1,001 excuses why you must not do the right thing, but there's still one excuse that must cover everything. There's still one reason why you must do the right thing. So among all the 1,000 of excuses, just find the right reason to do the right thing. So I believe if you're able to avoid these things I've just mentioned, 2022 will be a very good year to achieving our goals.
Wow, it's a good one. Like you should just go on and on and on. Okay, so I would say like you need to give us some people watching at home that word that will keep them going for the year 2022. A word of advice, something that will just...
Well, let me be a little bit religious.
Okay.
Forget the things of the past. There are things you've set for yourself you couldn't achieve. Leave them behind. Don't ever regret anything. Regret will only make you rehearse the past mistakes. And one thing you have to do in this 2022, having set your goal, is to pursue it rigorously. There might be times of hard times, times of uncertainty, times of I don't have this, I don't have that, times of lack, but push on. Perseverance, diligence, and concerted effort towards pursuing your goal will definitely help you to achieving your goals this year.
How does goal setting, now you've explained why we should actually set goals, how does it now help our lives? Goal setting, how does goal setting help our lives?
Yes, without a goal, if you will not achieve anything. It gives you a mental picture of where you're going. It makes it easy for you to concentrate your energies on what matters most. You understand? For example, if you want to travel, if you don't have a mental picture, if you don't have a destination, you'll not be able to make that journey. So that's what goal setting does to you.
Okay.
It gives you, it's like a compass. It gives you direction. And giving you direction, it helps you to concentrate your energies on your priorities. Because one of the reasons why people don't achieve their goal is distraction. They get easily distraction by several things of life. So setting your goals will help you to concentrate on what matters most in your life. So
no matter what you're facing, you should just remember. That's why when you start initially, like, writing it down helps, because maybe you forget along the line. One day you might just stumble on it and you remember that. Okay.
You write it down, and every day of your life you're taking steps. Every day of the year you are taking calculated steps. I use the word calculated. It's not a careless step. A calculated step towards achieving your goal. It's very important.
Okay, like when the year progresses, like maybe along the line, this is January finishes, February finishes, March finishes, and then you're like, I said I was going to do this and that. Okay, and then you're seeing it like maybe it's becoming like impossible. Should I say maybe at that point in time you need a life coach, or at what point in time now do we need life coaches?
Yes, we need life coaches at every significant point of our lives. When we want to start a new career, you need a life coach. Okay. Now this is why most people don't succeed easily. Success becomes a struggle because they don't have somebody who they are looking out for, who will serve as a mentor. Because life coaches are also mentors. You study their lives, you listen to them. You understand? You take pieces of advice from them. You try as much as possible to obey them because they've been there before you. You understand what I'm saying? Now, if I become a little bit religious again, where the Bible said, your rod and thy staff, those are life coaches. The rod is for correction. The staff is for guidance. You understand? So you need a life coach who is a professional, who has succeeded in that area. If it's marriage, you need someone who is successful in his marriage to be able to listen to you, give you a piece of advice that will be very beneficial to your marital success.
You mentioned marriage now. It's not like, some people would say 1 year. People that have been married for 1 year can tell you it has been successful for 1 year. And then somebody 20 years also tell you. So what is there a yardstick? Because some people, when they hear this person is life coach and has just been married for 1 year, it has not graduated to being my own life coach. I'm not sure he has what I want to hear. So in that instance, what would you say? Is there like a number of years you need to be in your area of expertise before you will be qualified to now give your experiences? Like,
okay, let me also make reference to what I said before. I'm doing my research, my PhD research, and my supervisor is a professor. I found that before he became a professor, he might have passed through years of studies, years of meticulous research and all that. So experience has to do with years and exposure. Okay. So you're looking at somebody who has succeeded over time. Okay.
Over time. It still goes to the fact that someone that is 1 year in marriage and then someone that is 20 years in marriage,
they can never be the same.
They won't be the same. But maybe he has experiences of maybe other cases handled before he gets married, and then maybe he applied it. So maybe is it possible that two of them can?
Well, I'm not.
Let me say experience on the job and experience on the field. Is it field now?
The field is the job.
Okay, the job.
The field is the job. Yeah. Maybe. But the point there is, a life coach must be a professional who have been proven over years of experience and exposure.
Okay. So it's a good one. So we're happy to have you here.
Thank you very much.
I believe the year has just started, and whenever we want you again, we can always ask of you. Right. And I'm sure you would answer us.
Sure, I will. And it's nice time having you.
Thank you very much. So we've been talking with Mr. Onoha Daniel, our life coach, and he has told us what to do in 2022 and what not to do in 2022 so that we could achieve that set goal. And he said, like, one key thing I noticed that I learned, that I took out from this, you make sure you write it down. Don't, as in when you write it down and keep working at this, it's not just saying it with your mouth and then expecting one miracle to happen and then you go back to sleep. You work on it for you to achieve a great 2022. And go for a short break. I'll be right back. Because we have the answers, we need to retrace. If you just joined us, this is still Good Morning Abuja on NTA Channel 5 Abuja. And with me in the studio is an Abuja-based artist by name Menya. She'll be telling us her journey into the world of music. Menya, you're welcome.
Thank you very much.
Wow, you're looking like...
Thank you.
In fact, this New Year is just like it's glowing for you.
It will glow for both of us.
Welcome, welcome.
Thank you.
So, let me begin with, I know Menya. How did Menya start?
As a human being.
You just watched your video. That was your video, and now we are seeing you now. So, how did it all start for you before that video? I know you didn't just wake up. You didn't just wake up and start singing. You must have started somewhere.
Yeah, like I was trying to say earlier on. I started in my mother's womb. That's what everybody's. Anyway, let me stop kidding. I started singing when I was little. Playing around with songs and with my siblings and all that. And we got to form a little choir. Our church was little then, just started, and it did not have a chorister group. Okay. And we bought berets and started acting like the choristers and all that. We would sing every Sunday, and that's how my interest in music developed. I joined the youth band, started joining groups as I was growing. So it has been, since from when I was very little as maybe 6.
Okay, initially it was like, okay, you just want to sing for church and all that. Then how did you now start going on stage? Like stage, I won't say maybe when you started going big, let me put it that way, was it for the money initially or for the passion? And then it must, because there are so many people that are struggling with starting up there. How were you able to go up there?
Well, when I started, it was just the passion.
Okay.
And then I got to realize that I could make money from this passion. So money became a thing of interest to me. I started singing in church because church was a platform I had then. Okay. But when I was open to wider platforms, I embraced, them as much as possible. Like I schooled in Federal Girls Buari. Here in Abuja. Okay. I had singing groups I joined. I was in the choral club, which is a secular choral club. We'll do Christmas carols, we'll do other forms of music and presentations. So it's just been then. And then when I got much older, I started saying, I want to do my maiden album and all that. So I did that, launched that.
Wow, so how many albums do you have so far?
I have 3 albums in the market.
Wow, this one you just released, this new video, though the song has been out for long.
Yes.
You said Shooting the Guns. Why that title?
Okay, it's actually Silencing the Guns.
Sorry, I said Shooting the Guns.
Someone is going to remove my head with Shooting the Guns.
Anyway, Silencing the Guns, yeah.
So
why that title?
Silencing the Guns is AU's, the African Union's peace initiative for 2063 to silence the guns in the whole of Africa. I think they had the previous goal, but they extended it to 2063.
Wow.
So this song was a song that I wrote a long time ago. I think co-wrote, let me see, because the actual writer is Maximilian Imoni. Okay. And that was 7 years ago. And then when we understood what the African Union was doing, we decided to run with the theme. So we rewrote parts of the song, and then with the help of the DGNIA and the outgoing chairman CISSA, that's Ambassador Rufai, Ahmed Rufai Mahmoud, Abubakar, and Haja Zainab Ali Kutuku.
Okay.
With their financial support, we shot the video, and they also sponsored a trip to Ghana for the Arts and Culture African Union Peace seminar to that effect. So it's been, that's just what Silencing the Guns is all about. I'm so passionate about that right now, about peace and all that.
At least your 2021 actually ended on a good note. Like this video was like towards the end of the year.
Yes.
And then I believe it was smooth for you in 2021.
Yes.
So what will your expectation be now for 2022?
It was smooth for me. Let me repeat, I don't suffer. But 2021 was very, very smooth for me. Every part or aspect of my life grew. And I'm looking at expanding this theme of mine of the African Union, which has become my personal goal right now. I'm personally invested in it right now, to roll out more music, more messages, and more programs that will help the stop of violence in our society.
Every form of violence.
Every form, gender violence, domestic violence, societal violence, and all that stuff.
Yes, that's nice. So, aside the music, what do you like doing at your leisure hour? Because I know it's not all song all the time. At least you have to rest, or you have to do one or two things. So what are those things that you...
Don't judge by face. I'm actually a makeup artist.
Okay, I won't judge the face.
Because right now I am Moas are so lazy to wear makeup, honestly. And wear makeup properly. I'm always quick and I'm out. But I'm a makeup artist. And I know you might be wondering how that goes with music, but you know, music is creativity, and makeup is creativity too. I'm not one of those going to hell, you know, those ones that they say are going to hell for changing. Yes, it's mainly to enhance what you've already got. So that's what I do by the side.
That's nice. So you're actually young, so a word to young people out there. As I said earlier, there are some people that are really struggling to come out of the shell, like, when people accept me, how do I even start? So that word of advice for someone out there.
Honestly, if you discover that you have some creativity in you, be consistent. I think consistent pays off more than anything. I'm not saying that inconsistent it will grow like this, like that, but somebody might even find you in what you're doing, and the growth might be overnight, or it might be little by little. So just remain consistent, and you really need to believe in yourself to say, I can do this, because nobody can believe in you more than you believe in yourself. Don't let people that don't understand where you're going tell you where to go.
That's a nice one.
Yes.
That's a good one for 2022.
Thank you.
And I just want to say thank you for coming.
Thank you so much.
We always ask for people that would inspire us and that are doing wonderful jobs out there to always come again. One thing might bring you back again. So anytime we call, please answer us.
I hope so.
So on that note, we've been talking with Menya, and we really learned a lot from her. She's young and she's really doing well for herself. So we'll take a short break and we'll be right back. That was nice. Like, you should just go on and on. That was lovely. J-Sax, welcome to Good Morning Abuja Studio.
Thank you very much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
So, how has it been? You know, 2021. I saw you last year. This is 2022 now. So.
Yeah. Happy New Year to you.
Yeah, I wish you the same.
Thank you.
We hope for better and greater things this year.
Amen.
So, how was 2021 for you?
Well, let me just start by giving God the glory, honor, and adoration. It has been a very rough year, but in spite of it, we are alive today to the glory of God. So a lot of things has happened, a lot of ups and downs, but I give God the glory for keeping me alive to this present time. So it's by His grace, it's by His mercy that we are alive.
So this sucks. Like, when you were playing that, I was just wondering. Is it possible that I should just come, let you just teach me how to, because I'm just here as you're playing, so many things are just happening, your fingers are just playing so many things.
Yeah, why not? You can learn how to play. Well, you know, I can say it's easy for me because I derive pleasure by playing it. Wow. Yeah, so and another thing is passion. I have passion for doing this. So you can learn it too. You can learn it.
Okay, great. So this is 2022. What are the things that you set out to do now for 2020? What are your expectations for the year? Because I'm sure you had some for last year.
Oh yeah.
You were able to meet all.
Well, let me say, I tried my best.
You tried?
I tried my best, actually. 2022 is going to be a very busy and a very great year for me. I have a lot of plans, and as time goes on, we're going to kickstart it For instance, I always have a program every year, Vibrant Praise.
Okay.
So to the glory of God, I'm looking forward to a greater level this year. I'm looking at maybe using the Eagle Square. Yeah, so I'm having a very greater plan for this year, 2022.
So that's a good one.
Yeah.
Like, are you working on an album? Because I know this now. You've been on it for quite a while, like for how many years now?
You know, album, sometimes you don't rush, you know, to drop an album. You can easily drop a single track. Yeah, but album is something that you have to take your time, you know, to do it. So by the grace of God, this year, I think my people should watch out for my album.
Your people?
Yeah.
Our people?
Our people. So album is not something you rush. You have to, you know, take time, you know, to drop an album. Yeah.
What were the challenges, you know, just in case, so maybe you will notice it now and then you won't want to allow them happen again? How were you able to, if I thought there were challenges, it's possible you didn't have, so well, if you had, how were you able to? I want to
thank you for that question. I wanted to say it, but thank you for that question, ma.
Okay.
I had a challenge, I think 2 years ago, when I want to drop an album. The particular studio I used, their system got crashed. And the guy doesn't have a backup. So I was able to have just a single track from the whole work. So it's a very, you know, I wasn't happy with it, you know, but I just maybe God has another big plan for me. So I think all the mistakes I've made in year 2021, I've learned from my mistakes now. So I'm putting my my work, everything into consideration now. By the grace of God, year 2022, the album is going to come out by the grace of God.
Amen.
So I've learned from my mistakes.
So you're working on them now. Exactly. Hopefully it will not happen again.
Amen.
Okay.
Amen.
So people that like you now, how will I put it now?
This is a saxophonist.
Yes, you don't sing along with it. Like you have to work with other musicians, and put it that way.
Oh, exactly. You know, this is a jazz musical instrument. Okay. This is a saxophone. So saxophone I can use sax to do any of the songs. Like the song I did the other time. That's an instrumental.
Okay.
Yeah, so I can use my sax, you know, to do the vocal of that particular song.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
so
I can sing too.
Let me take you back small, like young people that are coming up now. I would say you learned how to play. You didn't just start playing it.
Well, actually, in my own case, I didn't learn the saxophone. I played like major 3 musical instruments. I played the piano, I played the drums, and I played the sax. But I major on saxophone. So this thing is just a talent from my family. I just started.
Okay, someone in your family was playing before.
My dad plays the pipe organ, in the church. So I think I just fell in love with music generally, as in naturally, so to speak. So I started with playing the drum set when I was very small. So as time goes on, I found myself playing the keyboard. So and I fell in love with saxophone. So and this is my major.
Somebody would want to learn, and then is it something that someone can actually learn, and then maybe from small. When someone as big as you just decide to, you can still learn after growing up.
Let me answer that question. You know, if you look at the schools now, they've added it to their syllabus, so to speak. If you go to different schools, you will see that they have music teacher in their school that is taking the pupils on music.
I'm not sure they. Okay, now.
Sure. So some of the pupils, they fell in love with different musical instruments, like the keyboard, the drums, the violin, the saxophone, and the likes. So it's something that you can learn it. If you get your own personal sax now, I can take it for free.
Oh, okay. So you've heard, in case you are interested in learning this sax, he can tutor you for free.
Yeah.
You can give his contact or just contact him. So, so before we let you go, give us a word of advice to someone out there that to motivate for this year 2022.
Okay.
And then one or two things, because you are young and then there are other young ones watching you.
Yes, I'm a youth.
Started and all.
Well, what I will just tell them in this year 2022, in summary, is be very close to God.
put God first in anything you're going to do. Put God first. And I want you to be hardworking. I'll be very, very hardworking too. I know a lot of things happening generally, but you have to be hardworking. Put God first in everything you are going to do. And I pray that God Almighty will help everybody in the name of Jesus.
Amen.
Yeah. So I'm going to be
perform.
Yeah,
one
I'm
last
gonna
one
be doing,
before you go.
Oh, okay. This is a new year. Okay, let's just do this song together.
Thank you. And that has been Jay Sax, our saxophonist. He has been here telling us his journey so far, the year 2021, and now his expectations in 2022. What are your own expectations too? Let's go for a short break and we'll be right back. I'm sure you really learned a lot, but don't worry, in case you missed some of the things, we'll come your way again. Same time, same station, tomorrow. Keep it a date with us. Until then, it's bye-bye.